Howdy, folks. It's that guy Terrance again with his smart mouth, minus the glasses, with a different background color. You like that, right? I got kids, so I gotta find clean spots on the wall because I just leave handprints. It's ridiculous. So, today's topic for episode 3 is the WWE-ness of the lightweight division and what's going on in the UFC. Okay, I'm gonna mention 4 or 5 different lightweights, maybe 6. I don't know. I might do an analogy. Don't hold me to it. But I will say that I will put a disclaimer out there. No offense to any of them except one who will later be named because you are a cad and an over-polished, rusty boot that an old man found fishing in the sea of hopelessness. Okay. Current lightweight champion. Congratulations to Benson Henderson. First fight with Frankie Edgar. I am going to be honest. I thought that Frankie Edgar edged it out, but I am also going to be honest and say that it is not impossible that could have gone either way. You know, a lot of people say that Condit Diaz could have gone either way. I mean, I thought Condit won that too, but I think that could have gone either way and there would have been justifiable argument. Second fight, Frankie Edgar versus Ben Henderson. Like I said, no offense to you, Benson Henderson. You're a great fighter. I like your personality. Overall good guy. I think you lost. I think that round 2, 4, and 5 were all Frankie, and that's about it. I mean, the takedowns were there, the control was there, and my Twitter feed is nothing but other MMA fighters and referees and personalities in the sport, and I had no one on there at all disagreed with me. And some people even said that 2, 3, 4, and 5 were all Frankie, and it's fishy business. And people immediately call into play this significant strikes, the significant strike count. And the first thing I'm going to say about significant strikes is that Bendo, you cut massive weight. There's nothing illegal about that. I don't necessarily agree with cutting, too much weight, but whatever. I'm not hating at all. You cut a lot of weight. Therefore, a jab from you to a natural 155 weight could be considered a significant strike, whereas vice versa, it wouldn't necessarily be the same thing. So, and your legs are like a frog leg. It doesn't even look human. Freakishly large quads, and the leg kicks, a simple leg kick when Frankie was hitting you 1-2 bang back to back. Maybe some of the refs didn't consider those significant. Whatever. Significant strikes, I throw that out the window because at the beginning of every UFC event, and they tell you that the rounds are scored. One guy wins one round. One guy gets 10. One guy gets 9 or 8 or even 7 in cases of severely one-sided ass whippings. But usually if it's a 7, the round would have gotten stopped. Anyway, that being said, round 2, takedowns worth a lot of points. Round 2, 4, and 5, all Frankie Edgar. And I think that he lost that fight due to some kind of politics, and people are going to call me a weird conspiracy theorist and all this bullshit, whatever. I don't even care. I think it's politics because Jose Aldo, like Anderson Silva, has cleaned out the 145 division, and who better to send down there than the guy who fights natural weight, who walks around at 155 or like 160 and fights these guys that come down from 180 and 185 and 170, and beats them at their own game with his natural size. Who better to send down there than Frankie Edgar, who's going to match him in speed, probably be even stronger than him, and as we learned, can has figured his way around the leg kicks. So I think that maybe Frankie kind of got nudged in that direction for that simple fact. I mean, I can't say that for sure. I don't have too many facts to back it up, but I mean, I don't see how he lost that fight. Another thing, Pettis was supposed to get a rematch immediately with Ben Henderson for the title. What happened to that? It's going to be Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz, another lightweight, great fighter. He's like a he's like Nick Diaz 2.0. You know, he's got similar attitude, but he's not quite as stubborn and goofy and like yeah 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 yeah. You know, and he does his thing. He's great. He's going places. He might even beat Bendo. I'm not sure. That's going to be a hell of a fight.